Greetings, humanoids of the internets! My name is Bob, and this is episode 124 of Journey into Space. Now we are tracking asteroid YNN 848. If I zoom in far enough, it'll actually show me the asteroid itself. Nope. It's regrettable. And right now the encounter is 59 days away. We want to bring that down to about 18 days away. What I'm going to try to do, a little bit to Moxie, I'm going to try to just head straight forward for it when we get to about 18 days until encounter. I have to do a hell of a lot of braking to match orbits with it. See what its inclination is. Not there is inclination, but it's not excessive. And then I'm going to ride it towards Kerbin, steering it to a closer encounter. Actually, probably steering it into air braking into Kerbin's atmosphere. How that's going to work? I mean, I've done it once before with a much smaller asteroid. That's Class C, that's Class C, Class A, Class D, Class C. This one, however, is Class E, the largest. What we're going to do is we're going to warp up until, we'll say 18 days until encounter. Maybe we'll do 20 days until encounter. Okay, well, 19 days until encounter is what it is. Okay. Let's warp on over to the E-Class asteroid catcher and fly it. Okay, well, we got some really weird looking action going on here. These little things are sticking out on lines for some reason. I don't really understand it. So let's get out here in any case. Okay. And maybe trying to tell me that I need to move this direction, or perhaps not. Doesn't make a difference. I really need to get there before the periapsis, because if I don't, we'll have to take a trip around the sun before we can. So let's warp on out here. Well, it doesn't give me any kind of readout for anything that's less than. Let me play with this for a while. Okay, well, the good news is I've got a encounter of sorts before the asteroid reaches periapsis. Bad news is that the separation is 2 million kilometers. Moreover, my attempts to change the inclination of things while I'm here at Kerbin were less than successful. So what I'm thinking about having to do is I'll go ahead and warp on out to apoapsis, change my inclination there, as best I can. Yeah. and then just sort of make it up as I go along, pretty much. Yeah. I do have a quick save. I also have it backed up in case worse comes to worse, or if I need to make a quick save between now and then. So, all right, here is the. It doesn't really have the best of all possible names. It's oh, it's the E-class asteroid catcher, but we'll fly with it. And I have these things sitting out here on docking ports, the engines of which are going to fire when I... Actually, let's go ahead and do a quick save now. Quick save. In case that goes horribly wrong, I don't have to just redo everything I've already done up to this point. Again, the using these things, the propulsion from these things to help it leave orbit or leave Kerbin's sphere of influence. Although actually, it'll leave to get where we're going, because we actually won't leave Kerbin's sphere of influence. We'll be out by Mimas. But using these things to do that could be a poor judgment call. It may cause it to spin, lose control, may even break off. So there's that. Yes. So there's that. Okay. I'm gonna cheat and use time compression for a second to get me on course. Okay, and let's go ahead and warp around to our encounter. This is 929 meters a second. This is not giving me an estimated burn. I'm going to say that's probably going to be, at least a 2-minute burn. So I'm going to go into actually start burning before the node 2 minutes. That way, if it winds up being a 4-minute burn, which it could well do, I will at least be sort of semi-covered. So yeah, go ahead and warp on around until we got a node in estimated T-minus 2 minutes. And then we will proceed. Yes. Really feeling, of course I always, before any kind of really big mission, I always feel a bit dubious. It usually works out okay, but I'm feeling especially dubious now. Hold on a second. Got a raspberry seed in my teeth. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get back on course. Please. Get back on course, please. Thank you. Yeah, even with RCS, this thing's just a manatee. It's a manatee. It's a giant whale in space. A sea mammal in space. Not unlike some of my other creations. Come on, sea mammal. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Whoa! Check that shit out. It seems to be staying balanced. Okay, it's saying estimated burn 2 minutes. I'll go ahead and leave it at this level of thrust. Slightly higher. Nothing's breaking. It's kind of amusing to perfect this my spaceship. Staying on course though. Solar panels haven't broken off yet. staying on course real great. A lot of that thrust is not being directed towards the moving it forward. Yeah. Shit, a brisket. I'm going to go ahead and disable cross feed. Come on. Just for grins, I'm going to go ahead and shut all these engines down. Come on. I still have time to, if I go full thrust, I still have time to do what needs to be done. Alright, we're good. And I'll just use that fuel to replace the fuel that I'm burning from these tanks now. Yeah, in the future probably I shouldn't do something like that. That probably was a bad idea. It was fun though. Oh, this may take a while. Okay, the burn is complete. I'm going to go ahead and jettison these guys. These guys who undock very, very gently. Undock. We'll go ahead and since we still have monopropellant, turn on our AIES. Give us a little wider berth here. There we go. Okay, what am I missing here? Oh, turning on RCS probably would help. There we go. Bon voyage refuelers, you served us well. If you were a bit wobbly, it's not a big deal. Okay, back to the ship. Okay, so my current plan, I don't have any kind of indication that I'm actually going to encounter that anymore. Oh, let me go ahead and remove this. Okay. I wonder. Yes, I wondered correctly. So we're going to warp on out over here. Oh, those are the trajectories of the two freighters. I was wondering about that. Okay, we warp on out there, and then when I get up to about here, I will, which I can go ahead and create that maneuver now, see how it works. See how it works. Okay. That part doesn't work very well. Let me play with this for a while. Okay, we're out near our apoapsis. We've got a very small adjustment to make to get a pretty close encounter, relatively speaking. 19.4 kilometers. I'll take it. We only got 11.1 seconds to burn, so 11.1 meters a second. So we'll start off at about T minus 30, but only at partial power. Let's see. Okay, one, and I get my finger on the kill switch. My other finger's ready to steer to keep me on course. Okay. Let's see how that did. A little bit wonky, but around 80 something kilometers separation, so that'll work. Okay. Hold on, I need to back up my quick save. Okay, backed up my quick save. Let's go ahead and warp on in. Now, as far as judging when I need to start canceling the relative velocity, which should be probably fairly significant, I am not sure. I guess I could do it whenever it gives me a switches this from orbit to target. It's possible that may be too late, however. I'm going to have to judge it, and if I don't get okay, well, what's gotten wonky here? Okay, this has gotten wonky somehow. It is no longer accurate, or it is no longer in keeping with my original projection. And the little blue things all over the place. Probably because I haven't actually done anything yet. Let's see. Nope, get back here. Okay. It's being a little weird. Now it's like 400 kilometers. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, we're back down to about 53 kilometers. So that's better. Again, still the issue remains. The issue remains of when I should start adjusting my orbit to that of the asteroid. It's an intersection in 1 day. Quick save. My feeling is kind of that I should start like now, but it's about 4 hours till the intersect. Let's close the gap a little bit more. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. All right, we're going to go ahead and we got 2 hours until intersect. I'm going to go ahead and start changing my orbit to match that of the asteroid now. Okay, I'm on course for the asteroid, approaching it at 60 meters a second. I suppose it's as shown up on my sky yet, huh? It's still 200 kilometers away, so. Let's see. I'm going to drift in a bit, see how it goes. We'll start killing some of this off at about 14 kilometers. 15 kilometers. Okay. So it's going to take me a while to get this manatee turned the other way. Oh, come on, manatee. Come on, manatee. Move your ass the other way, please. Come on, move! Damn it! Okay, sort of like landing, we'll narrow it down to about 20 meters a second. Or sort of like that. Okay, I just saw the guy. Where is he? I just saw the blip. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Okay, shit. Let's go and pop quick save. Okay, 12.7 meters a second should be fine for right now. We'll get down to about 4 kilometers and then we will fine-tune further. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and kill it down to about 5 meters a second. Ooh. Okay, while we're approaching, let's go ahead and adjust our angle off the bow here. Actually, I can do that right here. Why am I moving? Why am I being a dumb ass? Why am I being a dumb ass? Yeah, maneuvering this thing, it's got some issues. I would have liked to have had about twice as many RCS ports on it as I actually do. What I'm doing is I'm burning with the retrograde indicator between me and where I want it, and sort of burning off to the side here so that I don't change my overall velocity relative to the asteroid that much. Okay. Now, what I'm wondering is how much of this 3.9 meters a second can I kill off just with RCS on approach, in which case I should be really pointing my nose towards it, or can I not kill off very fast, in which case I should probably still be having the tail pointed toward it. Although 3.9 meters a second is still pretty slow. Pretty darn slow. Yeah, I would have liked to have had probably twice or 3 times as many RCS ports on this bastard as I actually do. Fortunately, I do have a fair abundance of monopropellant, because I sure am using it. And it's going to be even worse to maneuver once we get get attached to the asteroid. In fact, I'll probably have to use those supplementary engines to get me turned around. Okay, here's the question. We will hit the N key. See what that does to our velocity. Damn little, but probably enough. What I can't do is I can't turn this bitch around at the last minute. That's something I just cannot do. It's just not going to happen. So let's go ahead and kill it back to about 2 meters a second. I feel very confident I can either avoid colliding with it at 2 meters a second, or else survive the collision. So let's go ahead and kill back to 2 meters a second. Because this thing is just not going to be moving anywhere real fast. So sort of drastic emergency maneuvers just not happening. Yeah, any kind of maneuvers I have to do with this thing, I gotta think them out long beforehand. 2 meters a second is landing velocity, so I think that probably should be okay. Yeah, I don't land at that speed, but I could. Always try to get down to about a meter a second when I land. But 2 meters a second is certainly, I've docked it probably faster than that, harder than that. Okay, come on. Where you at, homeboy? Okay, now let's go ahead and get pointed nose first. And that 2 meters a second I can kill off with RCS if I need to. Okay, all this may take a while. Okay, our first glimpse of our quarry. The goal of our mission. Its butt looks a little dimpled, doesn't it? Looks a little weird. Okay. A little bit of a dimpled butt. Okay. We're at 1.9 kilometers. Let's see if we can slow this thing down with RCS with reasonable success. Yeah, it takes a long time. It's okay. We got time for the moment. Ain't gonna have time for long. It's gonna be action time. Okay. It's kind of in a weird way. It reminds me of that Star Trek episode, you know, um, where the people were living in the hollow asteroid, and the Enterprise had to deflect it from its course of lighting somewhere, but there are people living in it who thought it was like the whole world and stuff. And there was actually a Canadian television series based on that same idea. Basically, it was a bunch of people living on a generation ship who didn't know that they were living on a generation ship. They thought it was just the world. And it was called Lost something or other. Damn it, I forget. Anyway, so yeah. Also reminds me of the Star Trek episode with Marimonti, where Kirk got zapped and he went native, but there was an asteroid that was going to wipe out that planet unless they figured out something to do, and so the Enterprise kind of backtracked along with the asteroid until it got closer to the planet, and then Kirk somehow activated the beam, the magic beam, which activated the ancient technology on the planet, which allowed the asteroid to be deflected, even though it was at point blank range of that by that point, and the planet to be saved. Yes, reminds me of that episode too. Although this does not remind me of the Enterprise in any way, shape, or form. Not really at all. Well, let's look in a bit. Let me see how far away I am from my the periapsis. Excuse me. Periapsis is still 1 day away. We should be in great shape. Da 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 da. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'll stop. We got an asteroid to catch. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, we appear to be right on course, pretty much. Let's get a little closer. I don't know how YouTube's computers would actually be able to tell that that was the Star Trek theme that I was making sounds like. But I bet you they will go, this is a property that someone else owns. Yep. Get a little closer to that big behemoth. Well, my ship may be almost the same size. Damn. Ooh. Nope, it's bigger. It's definitely bigger. No question about it. Well, not by a whole lot. Okay, well, it's about 10 times bigger, but yeah. Okay, well, I will restart the video when something is happening. Okay, preparing to arm the Claw of Death. It's big. It's not all that. Oh, I'm probably hurting its feelings. Wait, asteroids don't have feelings. Okay, arm the Claw of Death. Okay. Looking closely at the Claw of Death. It does extend below those pods, but just a little bit. Sort of what I had in mind. And then once we have capture, what I'll do is I'll quick save again. Actually, let me go ahead and back up my quick save right quick. Okay, we're back. What I was saying was we'll grab with a claw, and then we shall try lowering the landing gear. If that winds up causing a catastrophic clusterfuck of some sort, then we can adjust accordingly, because we'll have quick saves backed up. We still have basically a day until periapsis with Kerbin, which which should be more than adequate for breaking ourselves into Kerbin orbit at a minimum, and hopefully breaking ourselves into a air-braking altitude. But I mean, the main, most important thing is capture it in orbit somehow. Even if it's out by the orbit of Minmus or whatever, that's at least the first step, and then I can follow up with refuelers or whatever as I have to. But capturing it into Kerbin orbit is sort of a necessity, otherwise we'll both be hurling out into deep space, which we really don't want to do. This thing actually rotating? No, it's not. We're good. Okay, so we should be physically contacting the asteroid pretty quickly here. Actually, we are physically contacting it, but the probe is not engaged. Okay, so how about we yaw a little bit so we can get engagement here. And that is one possible flaw in this whole scenario, which is I'm going to have a flat enough spot to engage the claw. Otherwise, we won't be able to take this bad boy home. I imagine that should be possible, but unfortunately the presence of these things here is not something I can change. Let's yaw a little bit. Go forward a little bit. Hey, don't tell me you're not going to engage because of those things in the way. Please. That would suck hard. Come on. Engage. Engage. Engage, please. Engage the claw. Engage the claw, motherfuckers. Please engage the claw. Come on. What do I have to do here? Okay. Well, that sucks hard. Yeah, if I can't engage, I got a problem. Let me work on said problem. Okay, I got it to engage by just simply driving into it fairly hard. That is not the end of our problems, however. We've got to target center of mass. Target center of mass. Okay. Then we've got to disengage. Release. Okay, then we have to get situated to the center of mass. Well, first we have to get focused on here. Like so. If this doesn't work, we may have to approach it from a different angle. Then we have to do what? This. Yeah, when you're doing it with a retrograde indicator, everything's reversed from what you would normally expect. Okay. Then we move forward with all possible alacrity, arming the claw. Okay, it's already armed. Come on. Forward, please. Okay, why am I not seeing any kind of indicator, which would indicate the direction of prograde? And there's a dimple there. God damn it. So either gotta have to get right in the dimple or something. Okay, there's a prograde indicator. Go ahead and get centered up. And we're going to kind of just wreck into it pretty much. Not really, I mean wreck into it at 2 or 3 meters a second. Get wrecked, asteroid. Having these things here, in retrospect, not the smartest idea. But I assume that that it would be difficult to steady the thrust of this entire vessel against this one point. But we shall see. Yeah, I can tell right now that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, but I'm going to have to probably resituate myself somewhere flatter, like over here. Try it again. But we'll give it a shot. Oh, that's right in a dimple. That is not going to work. Barring some weird trick of KSP physics. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so let me get resituated, and we shall be back. Okay, I doubt very much that I'm very, very close to the center of mass. I did the best I can. If we wind up sort of getting off course, then we wind up sort of getting off course. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead in F5. Go ahead and lower some of these legs. See how that works. I wonder what will happen here. What'll happen here? Oh, let's see what happens if anything. Okay. All legs are lowered. Let's go ahead and before we start getting to the serious business at hand, let's go ahead and see if we can actually get them out of here. Get these guys out and do an EVA. Don't know how that's going to work. Yep, could be interesting. Yep. Go ahead and get you sort of pointed in the right direction here, bud. Invisible struts, or immaterial struts, perhaps. And clear the old solar panels. We'll get over on the sunlit side. Which I think is over here. Yes. Maybe, perhaps. Yeah. All right, buddy. Kind of looks weird that I can't get him to assume a position more what you would think would be in line with a guy checking out the surface of an asteroid, not really intending to go head first, but whatever. Yep. Exploring head first. Oop, screenshot. That's a pretty cool sight, actually. I gotta say, that's a pretty cool sight. Yep. Took a lot of doing. A lot of doing to get up here. Alright, let's go and bring him back. You can't imagine once this thing is in Kerbin orbit, what it'll look like in a ship to be approaching it with little cities and stuff on it. That would be awesome. Awesome. Looks awesome as it is. Let's see, I wonder if I should pop him in the dome. Let's see if we can get in here. Ooh, perhaps not. It may not even be the door, I don't know. Is that not the door? Oh, screw it, we're gonna send him back to the capsule. pretty impressive sights, if I do say so myself. Yep. We'll get him back in the vessel. Alright. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, I was just... my point of view was stuck in the asteroid. Okay, so now we have to get ship pointed in the retrograde direction. Can we actually do that? We are actually moving some slight amount. Let's go ahead and we'll figure out a burn here. Again, I probably am not directly on the center of the balance on the center of the asteroid. Therefore, I may have to continually adjust. I may not risk doing the air braking, although it's kind of cool to look at. If I can just get it one way or another to an altitude of 100,000 meters, I'll be happy. Then I'll have to change the inclination here, of course. But once I get it into orbit, I can always just bring up fuel as needed to replenish my fuels, which I'm sure will be getting very depleted after this burn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't want to have to use that those rockets to push myself unless I have no other choice. Pop that 5 right quick. Let's see if I set up my action groups. Okay. This should be interesting. Go up. Why are you running even though you're that's bizarre. Yeah, you should not be running. It's, what's it, 7? Oh, let's turn off the SAS, perhaps. Now this is not turning in the projected manner quite. Yeah. How is this not turning the thing? Okay, let's try the, Okay, weirdly enough, counterintuitively, that's actually sort of working. Let me look, change on you. No, that's actually not working very well. Okay. So I guess I've got no choice but to use RCS. Which is unfortunate because I'm running low on RCS. What? Oh, I turned off my numlock for some reason. Okay. Okay. And this is getting us absolutely nowhere. Okay, actually it's getting us somewhere very, very slowly. Now this may take a while. Okay, I'm able to maneuver with excruciating slowness by using the engines. Again, the slowness is excruciating. And it doesn't seem to be even. Come on. Pull me over, please. Making very gradual progress using the engines. Not very well. And my prograde indicator is moving more and more the other way. Perhaps I have managed to make this thing spin now, which should eventually get me back to the retrograde heading. Perhaps. Definitely appears to be spinning, however. I still have enough time to break into Kerbin orbit, assuming I can ever get pointed retrograde. And the rotational behavior of this body is bizarre. Okay. Okay, I'm sort of beating myself back and forth against this asteroid here. I haven't broken anything off quite yet, but it's a matter of time. What I'm doing is I'm just sort of spinning around, using the engines when I'm able to, not using them when I'm not. To the devil. Yeah, this may be a while. Okay, yeah, I was just able to recording stuff without me talking. That's not good. Let's go ahead and see if we can. Now we'll have to hit the X. It looks like we're getting off course. But we'll have to kill thrust overs. And so far, so good. We're getting off the blue marker, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is that the nav ball is lined up on the center of mass of the asteroid. And that comes off, then we need to stop what we're doing, time compress, hopefully to get things back under control, and to do it some more. And we're going to be doing this for a while. This process that I'm going through, I won't even bore you with the details. The process I'm going through to try to break this into some kind of Kerbin orbit. I mean, the original plan of a 100-meter orbit is not going to happen with this vehicle. I'm going to be content if I can get it into orbit, and I'll send up another vehicle to finish the job. But the process I've been having to go through is so tedious and such a pain in my ass. I have actually renamed this asteroid my giant fucking hemorrhoid. That's what I have renamed it. My giant fucking hemorrhoid. Thought you'd like to know the pain and the agony that I have to go through for you guys. Or to quote Dr. Smith, the pain, the pain. Okay, now I appear to have broken the game. I have no idea what's going on. I have broken through the light barrier or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. Is that Kerbal over there? I get flashes of time duration to get this thing rolling as being infinity. Yes. Yeah. Not bueno. No bueno, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Shit is freaking out. I've broken through the light barrier. Alright, let's load up quick save. Okay, honestly, this is a lost cause. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reload my my original quick save, which was before I left the planet. Actually, not before the planet, before I left orbit. And I'm going to build a new spacecraft, hopefully one that has better capability of dealing with this behemoth. And then we're going to try again. And then, assuming that it's possible to wrestle this critter into a reasonable orbit, then this guy who will be sitting in orbit can move in and place these things as the nucleus of the city. Right now, this is just agony. There's no point in going through it. I've got a quick save loaded from way back when. I'm going to load it, and the next time we're going to try this again with lessons learned and a new and hopefully improved ship. So until next time, hasta la vista. Adios!